Hi, I'm Ken Krell. Speakers, authors, coaches, thought leaders come to me to discover how they can take their current position and turn it into high-powered, high-profit, transformational digital events. I can do the same for you too. You're about to watch an excerpt of one of our online events that I think you may find very powerful. After that, I'll meet you and we'll talk about it.
How can I use this opportunity to start an online business? Or I'd like to be a coach like some of the people that we've been meeting on the summit, or I'd like to be a trainer, but what would be my signature, what do I start with, right? So what I teach, I've been working with speakers for years, and what I teach them to do is figure out what are their strengths. And for me, my strengths are networking and communicating. So I could talk underwater, as you can probably tell. And so my strength. So for you, what are your strengths? We're all different. What are you a star at? And my system, my five-part system is the stars system, so it's easy to remember. So figure out what are your strengths, what lights you up. Like we've listened to some other coaches saying, what are you passionate about? What gets you excited? What could you talk about if you got opportunities forever, right? And it's okay if you get bored with it, you can always pivot. Right. So as we've been seeing people having to do over the last few weeks. And then the T in stars is who is going to be your tribe? Who's going to be your target market? Who are the people that you can help right now? What's the solution you can provide for a particular group of people that you would really like to help? So, and then when I like the word tribe, which is the Seth Godin term for it, and that's because it's not just about who you're going to help and who's going to become your customers, but who are going to be your support network. Like I want to do a training with Raquel because we have fun, right? Because it's going to be super fun and we're going to love doing stuff together. I'm going to do stuff with Ken. I introduced Ken to Matt Black, who wrote the song, right? So it's like, who is your 360-degree network? Who are your mentors? Who are going to be your clients, and who are going to be your support people, and who's going to be on your team, right? So that's the other T in the star system. And then when you've got that figured out, so what's the solution you provide based on your strengths? Who's your target market or tribe? Who's going to be your team? Then you start building your authority. And that's where things like this summit are really great, because you didn't know Raquel before, maybe, but you know her now, right? And you maybe didn't know Ken, but now you know her, and you didn't know me, but now you got a chance to meet me. So now you can start building your authority with things like books and webinars and media, but you've got to have those foundations in place first. So where I see a lot of people get lost with this is they start trying to build their brand out with all this content marketing, but they haven't got those foundations, like really getting clear on what's the solution they provide and for whom. And then the next part of the five-part system is the R for revenues. So what are you going to, what's going to be your revenue model? How are you going to monetize it all? And then you start expanding your reach. So you've got your foundations in place. What's the solution you provide for whom? And then how do you start? But you start building out your authority with the books and websites and webinars and media. And then you go into the revenue models. So how are you going to then monetize? And the last part of the five-part system is the scale. So then you start using systems to scale your business out. You just have to, pick a topic. If you want to be an expert and you don't really feel like you are one now, pick a topic that you'd like to become masterful in, and then interview some awesome people, and you'll end up with all kinds of incredible knowledge out of it. I interviewed the millionaires on how to make $1 million online for over 100 hours. And then I created the book and training program from that. So that changed my thinking forever. You don't say to people, how can I help? Because a lot of people have a kind of a natural resistance to asking for help. Okay. So generally, a lot of people will shut down when you say, how can I help you? But if you say, how can I serve you? It bypasses that emotional barrier of them not wanting to actually admit that they could use some help.
So that's one short taste of how you can use the power of digital events to help people transform their lives and find a new way to live. Want to learn how you can put it to use in your own business? Well, stick with me for the Digital Events Essentials Plan. It's called DEEP. It'll take you through how you can plan, produce, and profit from your own online events. It's pretty great, it's pretty free, and I think you'll like it pretty much. So come join me. Click the link either in the description below or somewhere on this video itself, and we'll take you over there. It's completely free. I think you're going to love it, and it will give you the plan you need to plan, produce, and profit from your own digital events.